Hello, I'm Mr. Hartgrave, and this is what you need to know about Pegasus. And this video is going to be a little different than what I normally been doing when I get new teams on the test server, because I actually shot 2 other videos, and that footage is going to be here. But that's a different Pegasus team. This is the new improved Pegasus, and the main thing that had to be fixed on this team that was not fixed in the other footage is the passive on Ironheart that was giving speed bar for other Pegasus allies. Now this is huge. This is huge. And the place where this was going to impact the most is on the raid footage that I have. So take that raid footage that I have later on in this video with a huge grain of salt. Okay? If they're that good, with this being broken, with this being fixed, they are amazing, okay? So the reports are, with this being fixed, they are just running over the 1.6. They are entirely destroying it at a very low level. So there are no concerns about this team being effective on the 1.6, the incursion raid 1.6. It is fine on every level of the current incursion raid, and it's going to be good for incursion raid 2. So don't worry about this team in raids. It has no problems in raids. Now, the footage I have of it in Cosmic Crucible, for the most half, is accurate. That is still how they're going to perform outside of raids, with an exception. The only thing that I need to try again, and I'll include the old footage as well so you can compare how different it is. There is one room that we need to test again, and that is room number 2 that counts as raid. Because now they might be able to beat Bifrost with their new, with them working properly now. Now that that passive has been fixed on Ironheart, we are going to see, we are about equal power level on this. So let's see who wins, Pegasus or Bifrost. Now, what I said in the rest of this video, I'm going to leave it all in here for, for the record or whatever. I still think the Cosmic Crucible footage is totally valid. I think that's how they're going to perform. But this is the matchup. This is the important one. I think people want Pegasus to beat Bifrost. So I want to know if they can beat Bifrost. That's what we're leading with, boys. This is a brand new intro. I shot the other stuff like a week ago. And then they were like, Mr. Hartgrave, we fixed everything. Thanks to Dorky Dad as well. I got to give credit to Dorky Dad on this. He basically single-handedly got this team fixed for you. So just so you know. Now, we got a problem here. So we're starting off. Now, we do get to go first, but it almost hurts this matchup. I don't really know what to do here because, yeah, we're not going to pull anything with the ultimate because they have safeguard. I guess we'll just go down the middle with the special, but it's not. Wow, that was impactful. It damn near just killed Sylvie. That was kind of crazy. But now she's stealth. This hits everybody. This ultimate hits everybody. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe we can just kill Sylvie before turn. You know, that death status effect, it's really good. Okay, I want to save the revive one. So let's go ahead and special with rescue. I do like how the whole team gets to go before anything else. I don't have any offense up on Nighthawk. I don't even know his name, dude. Seriously, I feel like an idiot. Spread all negative effects. He can't spread all negative effects. I guess I'll just hit Vol. It's going to attack all enemies. I just kind of want to kill Sylvie. I don't think it's going to kill Sylvie, though. If we're not careful, we're going to... we stealthed Fall. We did get a Fall stealth. I don't know. Okay. We get to hit everybody with Iron Man. This is a lot of damage, too. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, I thought it killed the whole back row. They just disappeared, though. It didn't kill them. It just... phased them out. Everybody's in stealth now. We've destroyed this team. Round 1 was devastating. If this team is big enough, you could just overpower Bifrost. It looks like you can actually overpower. It's an interesting matchup. It's more interesting this way because they went first. The Bifrost went before with the old Pegasus. Oh, man. They got destroyed by Beta Ray Bill. Oh, they killed Rescue. Nah, you know what? It worked better before. I don't know. You're going to be able to see the footage. It's in this video. You let me know. Does it work better now or did it work better before? I mean, it looks like if your Pegasus is big enough, you could just wipe out this Bifrost team in one shot. But they got to be huge. But it looks like you could do it. And maybe different targeting would help out on that. But yeah, the raid bonuses actually seem to be a bit of a detriment. It was actually a little better when Bifrost went first, and then you kind of recovered and won. Because they actually got a lot closer. You're going to see it. All right, you're going to see the footage. I'm leaving it in here. Let me know what you think, and keep digging. I recorded this probably in the past. Quite a bit in the past, honestly. And yeah, these are going to be my, basically me testing Pegasus and Cosmic Crucible. I know most people are going to worry about this team in raids or whatnot, but I'm not really worried about it in raids at all. I think that this team should do very, very well in the current incursion raid. And it's my understanding that it's going to hold up as well when we get the incursion raid 2. So that's all I really need to know. That's the intention of the team, is that it's going to walk all over our current incursion raid, and then it's also going to hold up an incursion raid 2. In fact, it's the only modern raid team that is going to hold up. So this is it. This is your best raid team in the game. It's going to raid. But my question is it going to do anything in Cosmic Crucible, especially at kind of a lower star level, right? I have Darkhawk here at 4 stars. You know what? Let's go ahead and just put 4 stars on everything at this point. Let's go ahead and put another star on Iron Man, Infinity War, and we'll put another red star on Ironheart. I think we should have the red stars on Ironheart as well, but that's okay. We'll leave her without red stars for now and see if it matters. I have them all at blue ISO level 4 because that's what you need to do the incursion raids at a certain level. So I imagine a lot of people are going to put that investment into this team, and a pretty high investment in general. And we're talking all the tier 4s as well. So I've got all the tier 4s on these guys. All right, let's take it into Cosmic Crucible. Let's see what happens, and hopefully I will avoid messing this up. Of course, I cannot win any of the fights. If I win the fight, then I can't play another fight. And here's one of the first things that we really want to know about this team is we want to know if it can beat Bifrost. If by the time I get to release this video, and hey, it's got its raids buffs. So can this team, and we're punching kind of across here, beat a Bifrost team with its raid bonuses active? Let's go. So hopefully by the time I'm releasing this video, these are still the Cosmic Crucible rules so that this is somewhat grounded in reality. I don't know when I'm going to be able to put this out, or if this is all subject to change as well. This is on the test server, so they could have changed the kits or whatever, but this is going to stand as a record of what the team was like when I shot this video, which is before the patch was released. All right, we are going to God, I don't know where to start. Attack all enemies, apply stun. This is a stun, but it's not going to be able to stun anybody. Attack primary targets, slow. I can't do it. Man, Bifrost is still nasty. All right, I'll just start with it. I can't let myself lose either, so I'm really worried when Sylvie comes through here. Sylvie's going to come through. We all have immunity, so we kind of counteract that. Okay, that's really interesting that immunity kind of counteracted that Sylvie. Okay, this isn't so good. I'm not happy about this. Are we ever going to get a turn? Okay, Iron Man's up. Iron Man is up, and I guess they load up with all of their ultimates in place. There's that big double team there with Kestrel. That looked really cool. Some of the first time I'm seeing the animations. Iron Man's dead. I'm not too worried about it, though. We do have a revive. We've got the revive right here. Revive a dead Pegasus. So we're going to go ahead and revive. Man, we might just revive back and forth. I could see this team just like going back and forth. reviving, just going forever, not being very efficient, kind of sucking. Okay, we killed Beta Ray Bill, but of course I'm worried that Vol is just going to bring everybody back. I don't know. Okay, this does a lot of damage. I'm going to go after Vol. I don't know if it's going to work. It didn't really do anything too incredible there, especially against all that. Oh my God. Okay, we get to revive again. So rescue just keeps reviving. That's pretty great. And I guess I'm going to special right down the middle because I can't use the ultimate from... Wow. That special really hits hard. It's going to come down to Vol. Vol's going to come in here and... Okay, Vol's not going to do anything just yet. I'm worried about Vol hitting that ultimate. No, didn't hit the ultimate, but did heal. Man, these teams are really well balanced. Like, they just go back and forth. Okay, I'm going to aim this at Sylvie. I don't think it... Is it... Oh, it steals health. It does like a health steal, and it spreads it. This is really funky. I got 2 minutes left. I'm running out of time. This is like the ultimate timeout match. No one's winning or losing. This is wild. I don't know. This isn't an ideal attack because of how back and forth it is. And there comes the big ultimate from Vol. And that is pretty awful. Now, Kestrel does block all the Loki summons, which is pretty great. But I don't know. It's going downhill now. We finally lost it. All right. I'm going to quit out of that. I think if the team was really, really big, could beat Bifrost. I think if it was a really, really big team, then that might be okay. All right. I want to see it destroy Nowhere. Nowhere has no business being as good as it is. So I want to see this team just destroy Nowhere. That's my hope, is that it comes in and destroys. By the way, I'm also going to be doing this with the new Undying team. So if you find this interesting, make sure you stay tuned for that. That'll be on the channel as well. We're just going to do this with Pegasus. I thought about doing it in just one video, but then I'm like, it's kind of 2 separate videos. All right, what am I going to do here? I want to hit the special over here. This is already working better because not everybody has immunity. Wow, that just took Cosmo right out of the equation. I don't have to instantly revive somebody, so that's kind of nice. All right, there is Star-Lord Annihilation coming through. I like all that immunity. We got to get rid of Nova. Nova's going to be important to get rid of. And let's keep going with Iron Man. Infinity War. Man, they really dismantled this team. I got to make sure not to win this. We can pull all those buffs right off of Korg and permanently kill him so he can't be revived. All right, I think I've seen enough. Oh, no, I have not seen enough. Nova got a turn and ultimately destroyed the whole team. That's interesting. It looked like a win, but then it kind of just all went to hell. All right. I don't know. That's like inconclusive. I don't know how I feel about that. Only Kestrel was left. I mean, Kestrel might still win that. It's not good. Wow. All right. Can it beat Gamma? It seems like everything can beat Gamma now. So it should be able to beat Gamma, right? All right. Let's see if it can beat Gamma. I'm hoping it can just take Gamma right out. So far, I'm not getting the value in Cosmic Crucible that I want to see with this team. It seems like the lowest rung. By the way, I can't test it on Infinity Watch. I beat that one with another team. But I don't know how it would do on Infinity Watch anyways. I would assume win, but maybe not. Gamma's running all over. It's too slow to deal with Gamma. It's too slow. I'm not happy about that. It doesn't remove charges. I don't think it's strong enough to beat Gamma, which is kind of weird. I guess. I don't know, man. This team's awkward. You know, I'm sure it's good. We know it's good inside raids. It's just out. All right, this is kind of good. She can remove all of Red Hulk's stuff and kill him. So that was good. That was the Kestrel. Kestrel's like the best member of this team. It's power levels too. I mean, my Kestrel's like 7 red and everything. So that's always going to help. I just don't know. I mean, I'm sure if the whole team was as big as Kestrel, we'd be fine. I'm going to go ahead and aim this at She-Hulk. I really need to kill Hulk. And Hidden Hulk with Kestrel is going to be where you want to be at. That's going to help out a lot. They get immunity, but if they don't have the immunity, they get tore up really easily. All right. Now, I have Iron Man as a raider. This might kill Red Hulk. That might just kill Red Hulk. No, it killed everybody. Okay, that killed Red Hulk. This team wins. That's a win. Right there, we have most of the team alive. Okay, it can beat Gamma. I'm going to give it that. It can definitely beat Gamma. Is it the best counter to Gamma? No. Can it do it? Yes. And at a pretty low level, comparatively. That's a really big Gamma. It's my Gamma. I don't know. Yeah, 7 red on Red Hulk, 7 red on Green Hulk, but it still went through it. All right, let's check out. Now, honestly, it should not be able to beat a mutant team like Unlimited X-Men. It should not be able to beat Unlimited X-Men. I'm going to be a little annoyed if it can. And I don't think there's any point in throwing this up against Apocalypse. Apocalypse is definitely going to tear this team up. You're going to need something really powerful like Secret Defenders or Apocalypse himself to deal with that. But let's just see if it can do this. It kind of doesn't have any right to do this either. I'm pretty happy that it can beat Gamma. I think that's like the mark of any decent Cosmic Crucible team right now, is like if it can at least beat Gamma, then it's like, oh man, they are just getting ability blocked to death. No, they are done here. They are done here. It is over. No. Which is rightfully so. They should not beat that team. It's a Cosmic Crucible team, so teams that are not Cosmic Crucible teams should not do that. Let's see, what's worth showing again? I kind of want another run at Bifrost. It was such an interesting match. I kind of want one more shot at it. All right, let's take one more shot at Bifrost just to kind of settle that. Do you want, maybe I should pump it up a little bit. Let me pump it up a little bit. Let me bring it up comparable to Bifrost because they were so evenly matched. Let me have a look at my Bifrost. I want to really explore that one. So they are all like kind of 5 stars. I guess Sylvie's only 3, but Vol's like 5. Beta Ray Bill is 5. They're kind of more on that 5-star level than they're not. All right, so let's grab Pegasus. Let's fast forward it a little bit, or maybe if you spent some money on it, or maybe if their events are super generous, which they will not be, but let's unlock the 5th reds. Let's go for the 5 reds and just see if that kind of does it. I could bring up the gear tier a little bit as well. They are like straight gear tier 15 across the board. I could bring them up to gear tier 16 across the board, and that might be helpful. Let's see. I would actually recommend taking most of this team into Dark Dimension 6. Everything's global tech, right? Global tech. So you can really go nuts on this. Let's see. If I was going to take a couple members into Dark Dimension 6, I know that Iron Man Infinity War is kind of like the best one. So I think that, I'm actually out of these tempered osmoniums. So that's going to stop me from taking him any higher than gear tier 15, which is honestly going to be like a lot of people's problems with him because we've used that material up. God, I don't even know if I would put, all right, I'm just going to take them all up to like gear tier 16. I was going to like pick one and go to gear tier 18 and it would be Iron Man, but I wouldn't even take these other characters, and he's the one that I would suggest taking into Dark Dimension 6 over anybody else. So that's the one I'd really be comfortable putting that gear on. But okay, all right. Let's go ahead and just take them all up to gear tier 16, except for Iron Man because we're out of uniques. But okay, and that's probably going to be a common situation, by the way. So I wouldn't suspect that people are going to be able to do that. All right, so now I'm going against about 1.2 million, and this is about 1.3 million. So we got a little bit of power on them now. Let's see if they can overcome Bifrost. I'm super curious if they can overcome Bifrost. because it was pretty close before. And this is a reasonable amount of power to have on this team. It's not like crazy high, but I'm curious about it. Okay, how do we want to kick this off? We want the immunity. I want the stun, though. I think I'm going to hold on to it, because if I could stun Vol, that would drastically change the match. If I could get that stun later on, maybe we can get a win here. I didn't get to put the immunity on everybody, though, and that did kind of suck for that Sylvie situation. I'm not too worried about people dying, though. Rescue's just going to bring them back. As long as they only kill one target at a time, it seems like you get to bring everybody back. If they start killing multiple targets, then you got problems. But as long as Bifrost just loses one member, or not Bifrost, but Pegasus loses one member, then you're good. She can stun again. She can also just special again. I want to hold that stun until I can use it on Vol. There's like a point in this fight where if I use that stun, it might change the whole match. If I could have prevented Vol from reviving Beta Ray Bill, probably would have won this thing, quite honestly. All right, I'm going to go ahead and ultimate there. That's a big ultimate. Oh, my God. I thought it killed people, but no, it just came close. It was pretty devastating. Once again, killing them, not a problem. Rescue's just going to bring them back. I really like that mechanic where you just, like, you can't kill this team. Can't stop them, man. They're just brutal. I'm going to go after Teen Loki with this. Like Nighthawk, he's cool. All right. Nice shots there. That safeguard is really hurting, man. It's that safeguard and immunity. Man, that's brutal. I still can't use the stun, so I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold the stun. I want to use that. Block the Loki summons. Okay. Rescue uses their special. That's a pretty big deal. And everybody has safeguard still. But if I go with the special right down the middle, we might get a kill on Sylvie. Nah, we just get close. We got them all really low on health. They're really low on health. Beta Ray Bill comes in with the ultimate and destroys them. They don't have safeguard. Why don't they get safeguard? Oh my God, no, we're really going down. It's just not a good match. No, I think Bifrost is a superior team, at least in this game mode. That looks like a loss to me. I don't know. So, pretty kind of mediocre Cosmic Crucible team, quite honest. Feels like lesser than Death Seed. Does that seem right? Seems like this team should be a little better. But like I said, it's subject to change. It's early on. My mic cut out, but now it's back. Okay, hopefully that I don't have to edit. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'll have to check that in the edit. If this is still left in, it wasn't that bad. And hopefully this video wasn't that bad either, and I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of other great videos on this channel. Make sure you check them out. And Grave Diggers, keep digging. We're looking at about 5 red, 5 yellow for Ironheart Mark II. I don't know. I didn't get reds on them, so yeah, we're just going to run it anyways, and we're going to see how it does. I would expect this team to be able to handle the Incursion Raid 1.6. That's my expectation, and I've done all the tier 4s. So we have all the tier 4s, but it's at a, I don't know what you would call this power. Is this a low power? I don't feel like this is a low power. I feel like it's pretty high power. Everybody's at ISO 4. Okay, let's go into the Incursion 1.6 and let's see how this team holds up. I'm just going to test it by hitting auto because my expectation is that this team is going to be so good that it's going to hold up against the Incursion 2 raids, which are under development. I think it's safe to say they're under development. So I am going, subject to change. Maybe they'll never be developed. Maybe the game will end before that happens. But assuming the game is carrying on, there's going to be Incursion 2 raids, and I'm going to assume that this team is going to be the only team that's going to hold up on those raids. So let's go to the Incursion 1.6. Let's see how this team does. Here we are, Incursion Raid 1, difficulty 6. Let's give it a shot. Node number 1, and this is going to be the full Pegasus team with a power of 1,300,000 thereabouts. All right, let's go for it. And like I said, I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to hit auto because I just expect this team to be able to handle this. If it doesn't, that's a fail. If it does, that's a win. It's as simple as that. We'll see if I have anything deeper to say than that, but I have expectations at this point. This is my expectation. You know, red stars on Ironheart might just have to be like a must, but I don't know. I just kind of want to see it happen. I really like that animation. I think that one's really cool. All right, let's go through here. I mean, yeah, I should have aimed that stun at Gambit. Like, that's like the very least thing I could have done. But look, when you hit the sim button, this is what it does. That's my understanding, is that it won't be intelligent whatsoever. Now, the cool thing about this team, once again, if you didn't see my other videos or if I haven't put them out yet, what I like about them is that as long as it's just one of them dies, rescue basically brings them right back with no interruption. Like, it's absolutely fine if one of them dies. If more than one of them dies, then you're going to have problems. But as long as it's just one, they kind of just keep going. Like, you're going to see, yeah, Ironheart just keeps coming back time and time again. And now we have Gambit stunned, so it didn't actually matter at all. Wow, this team is like totally crazy. I mean, as well as it should be. We expect this team to last longer than like any other raid team. I'm going to assume the Death Seed with Apocalypse is going to kind of hold up, but I don't know. It might not. They might put in a lot of like anti-Apocalypse stuff for Mutant, or maybe just like a lot of anti-Death Seed stuff. Still like keep Apocalypse for like whatever the new Mutant team is. This is weird. Weird game. It's weird when they make a character like so powerful like Apocalypse that like you can't foresee the game without him being such a devastating force. I don't know. But this team's pretty cool. I like it. It's going to be a whole lot of tech gear, boys. I hope you haven't been building a lot of tech characters. I'm a little bummed out because I've got my tech gear kind of earmarked. Like my Dark Dimension 6 tech gear, I'm already past global. That's the only thing bumming me out about this team, is it's like a fully global team. I guess Kestrel would have been nice to throw Kestrel into my Cosmic team. I would definitely prefer to have Kestrel over Korg. I ended up taking a lot of Nowhere. Now, on the upside, I will have that Nowhere that is going to help me out in that Black Cat Scourge for like the whole year. So it's not a horrible thing. I just feel like the first time I beat Dark Dimension 6, I'm going to be putting a lot of what I get from that back into Pegasus. And wow, they just demolished the first node. Full auto, full sim, no issues whatsoever. Ironheart died a lot. They don't have any red stars on them, but they don't care. All right, let's go into the second node. Let's check this out. Oh my God. Yeah, it's what we wanted. We wanted a tech raid team. We got it. All right, what are we going to complain about now? What's next, guys? Let me know down in the comments. There's got to be something else we're going to complain about now. This has been our talking point. We want a tech raid team. Now we have the tech raid team. So now what? Now what are we mad about? I don't know. That's pretty good. I guess they're going to have to give us a new raid. What's going to be the next complaint? I guess who was first? I think mutants. I think we're actually literally going to be wanting a new mutant team. All right, here comes a big Silver Surfer Ultimate, but somehow this team survives it. Wow, at kind of lowish power. All right, they killed Iron Man Infinity War, but we're bringing them back. We're healing. We've got that death proof. We got immunity. Wow, they can survive the Silver Surfer. That's kind of nuts. I can't believe they tanked that and are still going. Like, this isn't it's not all 7 reds, you know, it's not crazy. But it's, wow, okay. This is an amazing team. So, I think it's going to be the mutant team. We know we're getting like a bio team. Is that going to be a raid team? I don't know. I assume that it will be. The bio team I'm alluding to, by the way, is the Symbiote team. We voted on Symbiote Silver Surfer, I believe, is the one that won that. Subject to change, allegedly. I don't know anything, but I think that's the case. And then they should be coming. It's going to be a full bio team because symbiotes are like bio. So it should be a full bio team. And I assume a raid team. I assume it's going to replace Rebirth. And I feel like one of our legendaries is going to be Mutant. And we're probably looking at a legendary that would be connected to the raid team. Because who was our first legend? Nova is War. And then, this team's going down. It's not making it. I know if I played it, it would be fine. But you can't sim it at this power level, which I guess is okay, but I don't know. I kind of thought it should do better than this. I didn't foresee that happening. It did very well and then it failed. I don't know, man. I'll go ahead and heal this team up and throw it at the boss, but I don't know. That's underwhelming. It's built pretty well. I don't know if the red stars on Ironheart would have done it. The whole team was taking damage, even Kestrel. I was like super hype after the first node, and now I'm like kind of like taken down a notch. I'm like, are you going to make like the Incursion Raid 2 like super easy? Now, by the way, this is all subject to change. This is on the test server. They might fix all this. Another cool thing about this team, I will say one thing about this team, regardless of what's going on with it here, is that you don't have to worry about cooldowns. This team has a Web Warriors-like mechanic where whenever it goes into a node, everybody gets 2 energy, which is really, really cool. I really like that mechanic in raid teams. I think that is awesome because managing cooldowns just sucks. Like, it becomes this necessary thing, and I just don't like it. I like it much better just to be able to come in here and play the node and not have to worry about setting up the next node. I mean, it is a tactical way to play the game, and I get that gameplay element, but since raids are so repetitive, I find it more fun to have a team like Deathsea. Deathsea with Apocalypse is probably like the most fun raid team. I don't mind. I have to play the mutant nodes on the 1.6 on this raid manually every day. However, I kind of look forward to it because the team is so much fun to play and I don't have to worry about cooldowns. My Apocalypse always comes in charged up, ready for his ultimate, and I have a certain way I play the nodes to get through them, and it's fun. So I like that design. I don't like having to manage cooldowns on a very repetitive action. Like, flipping, make sure at the end you're only basicing. I'm doing it here because it's like so easy, but like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, we're going into the boss node. Let's see how that works out for us. Let's go to the boss node. And we'll full auto it. We'll full auto it again. It's my last energy. If it fails here, then it fails. You could already call this team a bit of a failure. I don't know. I'm mixed on it right now. It's fine. Maybe it should be a bit more powerful. If this is supposed to last to the Incursion 2, that's probably going to be my feedback to the team after this. So just to give you an idea of my process, is they'll give me access to the test server, and my goal is to film everything I do. I don't do a lot on the test server that I don't film because I'm not paid by them to QA stuff. I'll do it, but I need to be able to film it and put it on YouTube and show it to you. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. Mainly I'm not paid to do it, so I'm not going to do a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to film and put on YouTube. That's just like basic, right? The other thing is sometimes there's some criticism about, you have access to the test server. It's an unfair advantage. If I literally show you every single thing that I do, I feel like my entire audience gets that advantage. So I feel kind of immune from that criticism, quite honestly. When anyone ever wants to level that at me, like, you got an unfair advantage, I'm like, I've literally recorded and shown you everything I've done on the test server. So how much of an advantage could it really be? Like, here it is, guys. Here's my advantage. You know, I'm not sitting here toying around with this. If I was going to try to like sneak another tech character in here and see if it was okay. Here's a problem. Kestrel perma-kills. And then Rescue's not going to be able to revive them on this node. So this node has like a problem, whereas if you get killed by their Kestrel's ultimate, you know, she's not bringing them back. And, oh, she's not going to bring back Iron Man Infinity War either, which is like one of the best members of this team. That's the one you kind of need to run. I don't know, man. This team, I'm going to say this team needs to be just like a little bit better. That's what I really feel. And it's mainly because that it has to straddle two raids. It should be as devastating as Death Seed with Apocalypse, in my opinion. Because I don't know how it's going to be phased out. If this team is this strong, then it's not as strong as Death Seed with Apocalypse. I dare say that Bifrost might even feel stronger than this team. Bifrost is pretty amazing and has a full team revive. This, like I said, this one's one at a time. They're harder to kill than Bifrost, but if you lose more than one character, you have a problem. And I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to make it through here. And it is the boss node, so I really don't need Iron Man right now. They seem to lack a little damage, too. They seem to be a little... You know, this is star power as well. Ironheart might bring a lot of damage here. I don't have the red stars on her. That could be affecting it. I don't know. You know, Iron Man has died right now. We're losing a lot of damage because he's not here putting that damage out. Kestrel's still a powerhouse. But I don't know. Yeah, my main problem is it should last through like the whole lifespan of the Incursion Raid 2. That's my concern, is that if it's just kind of cutting it at this level in the 1.6, then how is it going to make it through the entire lifespan of the Incursion Raid 2 the way Death Seed is right now? Death Seed was already in this game from the previous raid, and it lasted through the entire lifespan of the Incursion Raid 1. So I don't think this team is legitimately strong enough to make it all the way through the lifespan of the Incursion Raid 2. And that's my final verdict. It's cutting it now, but it's not going to hold up. And that, in my opinion, is no good. Anyways, that's what I'm going to go tell them. You let me know what you think down in the comments below. And grave diggers, keep digging.